kind of keep an eye on things. But we got a lot of matches lined up. I think 1 or 2 of them might have already gotten started, unless they were just button checking.
Yeah, if that would have been a long button check.
I was gonna say that would have been. Yeah, they've already started. Okay, so
Poopsie and Wagons.
Yeah, 1-0. So that's. And Poopsie was the Little Mac, correct?
Yeah, Poopsie was the Little Mac.
Okay, Little Mac taking a game off of Wagons and Sonic Player, and then it looks like we are jumping into a couple of our other sets as well.
If I had my druthers, I would have the Lombardi versus Fungi up front, because that's going to be a fire one. Look, Fungi and Lombardi's already a very hot play in Falco, and Fungi was doing a pretty good job we saw earlier today in doubles. So
Fungi has gotten really good. Yeah, I've been playing with him for a while. We played in the same college esports league, and he was already great in college, but he has just gotten better.
Going on other matches also are BPM, the BM, and Brody.
Hitting the down air on Lombardi, but sour spotting, so he's not sending straight down.
Now, quick little nifty footstool from Lombardi, looking to get Fungi in the blender. Bigger body means he's going to take a lot. Going to be more susceptible to these Falco combos. Do you have this angle? No, you don't.
Not quite.
Elvis has left the building on that one.
Yeah, for sure. It's always kind of tricky. If Rob's on ledge, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, you know, he's going to recover that way. Do you have it again? Z-drop, what goes up must come down.
Throwing it back, trying to reverse the rolls a little bit here, but has to kind of recoup some of that gas. Used a lot of it trying to get back off the ledge.
Big laser angle down. Thankfully, the platform is there to save Lombardi, as well as other places. You know, Wagons and Poopsie still keep it even. Ferrari PB, I'm going to keep saying that wrong. And well as Marshadow. Oh, look, we got Marshadow and Legend up here.
Marshadow. Very good Greninja from right here in Indiana, going up against Inkling. You don't see too much Inkling anymore these days.
Yeah, no, character kind of fell off a wagon, so to say, as Wagon is also down in his match down there. But yeah, you don't see the Inkling very much anymore. It's sort of like an early meta character that once people could realize how you get out of all of her shenanigans. It's very difficult to see. You got to get those kind of setups. You got to get your rollers. You got to get your booyahs. Because you can struggle to just kill on straight hits.
Absolutely, yeah. And I know a few people that used to play Inkling and kind of moved on from it. That's a lot of what they've said is it's just frustrating trying to get those setups sometimes. Because if you don't, you can really struggle. Although the character I think is still very good. Really great off-stage game, good recovery, good edge guarding tools. And if you can find those setups, you can do some pretty serious damage.
Speaking of serious damage, Marshadow was doing a great job there. Like 45% had an awesome opening combo against Legend. And now you see the pressure he's putting on. Just Legend couldn't do anything. Legend finally gets through with the grab, but only going to get that next throw.
Very back and forth on this.
Ooh, looks like Lombardi and Fungi are down to their last stop in that top corner.
They've been scrapping. They've been going very back and forth. Which you like to see.
Do we have control of this? We do. We can supersede the chat. We can be like, you have no power here.
In fact, I don't want to watch this. And Fungi doesn't want to watch the rest of this game.
No,
it's going to be a game one for Fungi. And we are all, for Ultimate Singles here at Afterburner, this is an Indiana event where we're goated, so it's all best of 5.
Well, we've been starting to run best of 5 in Michigan, too. It's a Midwest diff.
Yeah, we're
Midwest, Midwest.
For sure. Oh, yeah. But yeah, all best of 5, so don't think that these are going to be over necessarily too quick. Everyone's going to have the chance to adapt, kind of see if they can adjust their modus operandi. If something's not working, finding a way to kind of adjust and see if there's something else to do there.
You know, there was a song that came out, I think the band's called The Creeps, no, The Hive. The Hive had a new album come out last year. That sounds a lot like their lead single on that one, Bogus Operandi. That's a pretty good song.
I've heard of them.
Oh, they're a great live show act. They all wear the same crazy looking suits and they get really into it. And then they just disappeared for forever. You know, the new studio album.
I like things like that. Got like a performance gimmick.
Wagons and Poopsie up 2-0 on Wagons here. Not a, like, if your eyes don't mistake it, but yes, let's get Mac up 2-0 over a Sonic.
Yeah, on paper, we were talking earlier, This matchup does not sound fun for Little Mac, but Poopsie really making it work here.
On the cusp of a 0 to death here. Okay, no,
not quite.
6%. But already swinging for the fences.
Throwing out these haymakers. Good delay there. Fading out that F smash, stalling with the neutral B. Still able to load a little bit of a punch, but not quite able to capitalize off the ledge. He is going to die to that up smash. I almost said up strong. I've been playing too much Rivals.
Me too. I do the opposite though. I call them smash attacks in Rivals, and people still yell at me for the opposite reason.
Understandable.
Has KO punch here gonna up B from ledge? Are we gonna get KO punch from ledge again? Nope. It's a dash attack.
Surprised didn't punish that neutral B. That's one of the downsides with that move with Sonic. It can be a really great tool, but if it doesn't lock on properly, it leaves you insanely vulnerable.
Opal popping up right next to us, aka Feet Season Missile.
Got sounds like there's a hot set going on in doubles.
By the way, all that entire doubles set, minus Defoe, who you could probably see on the other screen, they all go to the same college. They all play the same collegiate team. Yeah, JJ, Soga Pop, and Kopel are all teammates, and Soga Pop and Kopel just popped off hard on JJ. Also, massive Michigan team kill, all 4 players. But that's another stream. We got 4 matches ahead of us right now.
Yeah, we got enough to be paying attention to here. We can leave the doubles for the doubles commentators.
And speaking of Little Mac, Ferrari switching up from K-Rool to Little Mac here to go up against the Sephiroth.
Yeah, I know Ferrari does have a Little Mac. I haven't seen it too often, but it is an option available. Great use of the recovery there, although that counter is going to send Little Mac just a little too slow to recover. Bit of a comeback to mount, but not impossible. Sephiroth is pretty fragile. Little Mac certainly has the damage to get the job done.
Absolutely. We're seeing, on one screen, we're seeing the 2 sides of Little Mac coin as Poopsie still holding a bit of a lead. This back throw could be it. Do you have the recovery? Almost around the spring, but Sonic's going to show you his 5-knuckle shuffle right there, the big fist.
Wagon making a bit of a comeback here, finding the rhythms, not getting hit by as many of these kind of wild haymakers that Poopsie's throwing out, playing a little bit farther back, waiting for bigger opportunities to get in rather than trying to force your way in.
Little Mac pick not working out for Ferrari in game number 2, falling down 2-0 to beat PBM. I'm going to keep saying beats per minute by accident. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Speaking of game 2, it looks like we're about to jump into game 2 of One Shadow Legend as well. That first one is going to go to Greninja.
They've been deliberating on stages for a while on that.
Yeah. A lot to think about. That'd be a good story.
Oh, Oopsie though.
Looking away for 2 seconds and the set is over. That is 3-0 for Oopsie. Like we said, not what you would have assumed from that matchup on paper, but doing a really great job of playing around that movement, that kind of taking advantage of how light Sonic is, and definitely kind of abusing some of that burst movement to get some early kills there.
Exactly, and it's just more of the same. Like, you see, if Sonic's just going to run into all these Little Mac haymakers, it's what's going to happen. Just like we're seeing if Ferrari can get that up smash.
Say, it looks like not as much success with Little Mac in this other set. Gonna go back to the K-roll, the tried and true. Gonna go ahead and get reversed with that up B there. Just both of them scrapping at the ledge here is going to take it with that up B below the stage.
Yeah. Even without the crown, the up air hits pretty hard. Hard enough to send a lightweight like Sephiroth off the top. The big issue we're seeing from Ferrari here is is Ferrari that loves to do like short hop down air at ledge to catch people recovering and catch with spikes. The issue is PBM's recovery hits way up ahead on top, so Ferrari just can't handle it, can't challenge it.
Yeah, for sure. It is definitely difficult, but if you can get in, that armor is really nice, because even with that range, you're still going to be able to force your way in a little bit. Being thwarted by the counter, back in disadvantage, but the Nair going to get K-Roll out of some trouble here.
More of this advancing projectile game that we see a lot from these high-level K-Rolls, as they just slowly walk you down from one side of the stage to the other with Crown and Cannonball. But how are you going to recover here? You got down there at once. Ooh, great recovery.
Very good drift on the up B there. That was real nice. going a little deep for the back air, not quite far enough. Using the up air for a little bit of extra, anticipating that drift back, and is going to punish it with the Octa Slash.
Had plenty of time to read that recovery and punish accordingly. His down air is going to connect again. Uh-oh, you are stuck.
No. Can we get one more?
Another one.
One more.
Oh, the quadruple Dunsky.
Yeah, you got it. That's one of the situations you kind of just have to hold that.
It's like, hey, fool me once, fool me twice, won't fool me again. Whatever W said.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Fool me, won't fool me again. All right, that's game 2. Which is 4 down airs in a row.
That was nice. And that was good awareness, too, on that last one.
And the last one was a full commitment,
I was going to say, the fact that the awareness to not go all the way back up to ledge, recognizing that it's better to just go down for it when you know it's going to kill from. Really nice stuff there. Good win.
And so game 3, we're trying to figure out the actual set score here between Lombardi and Fungi.
Yeah, so we'll start GG acting up a little bit, trying to get our scores updated. We are going to go ahead and start lining up some new matches. Looks like we've got Silas PQ and Springy LG.
Ooh, that'll be a good one.
Not sure who Springy plays, but I know Silas Jigglypuff from South Bend.
Springy's going to be on the Sonic.
Okay, a lot of Sonic today.
Yeah, I know Springy was talking with Sonics earlier while Double was going on. And, already calling out fellow teammate of Northwood University, Frostbite, with the tag.
Homage.
How's your day been? How have you been enjoying? How have you been enjoying Afterburner?
It's been awesome. I wasn't here last year. I moved back to Indiana earlier this year. The first one happened before I got back, so I missed the first one, but I heard that it was so much fun. I was really glad I got to be here this year. So far, it's been a blast. Got here a little early as we were wrapping up setup. Helped run Ultimate Doubles, which is either, I think we're just getting ready to wrap up now if it hasn't finished already.
Can we go back to that Lombardi Fungi set real quick? Which, by the way, I've been having an awesome time here too. There's a coffee truck and everything.
Yeah, we've got a coffee food truck in here. We've got concessions in the venue. We got plenty of space. We got plenty of setups for friendlies. We're working our way through singles. We got through doubles already earlier, which there were some great sets in that. I mean, there are some really awesome ones this year. So it was fun to kind of watch all that unfold.
Yeah, that first set from Lombardi and Fago to get back to these matches was just off-the-wall chaos. So many incredible tags and survival from both players. Lombardi going to be the one to lose it first, though, as Fungi was just relentless with just all these big moves. And speaking of big moves,
really good catch there. Not able to convert to the back air off the down air, but dipping down for another one to get the spike. See if Fungi still has a bit of a lead. Certainly not out of the count. And with Rob, it doesn't take much to go ahead and force that into a full stop. Good weight on the mash. Not going to get hit by that up tilt.
Back over to Marshadow and Legend, these two. So looks like starting off, I'm going to assume game 3. I'm going to assume this one's a little bit behind.
Either that, or I think they might have switched to it. I think they might have moved over to a different setup.
Yeah, that could be it as well.
Could have been a little bit. That might be back.
And we get a third Little Mac as Trips and Bird also play. Little Mac versus Ices looks brutal. Hold on.
Wait. We haven't seen one of those in a minute.
Yeah, we got some handoffs going on.
We got some little bit of. You definitely got the decent combos on lock. Which, for Little Mac, I can imagine that's brutal, because you have a hard enough time getting in against one character. I can only imagine trying to get in against 2.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just off stage, no chance making it back there.
And that down tilt sends it such a disgusting angle, too.
It really does. It's like, how is Little Mac going to compete with that? Okay, reverse up tilt gets something started, but
really good job keeping them away from each other, using that rapid jab to kind of keep them separated.
And knowing that Nana is going to have to run into it just because she can't run and shoot.
Really good job from Bird Defects here, or from Trips, excuse me. Unfortunate air dodge is going to end that stock a little bit early.
We both got it already, by the way. No, we got Trips and Bird Defect. We've had like 3 Little Macs on so far.
Yeah, there's our third Little Mac and our second Sonic.
Yeah. And it looks like Silas just missed a rest there, so Springy's getting a free up smash.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Thank you. Finally, a big move lands for Birth Defects, but Tripp's just gonna brush it off. They love Marshadow and Legend over there.
Oh yeah. What the people want.
It is. It is.
It's understandable. I feel like these are both characters that I feel like everyone agrees are like pretty good, but that you never see because they're not quite good enough for like a lot of people to play them.
Yeah, they have their limitations at the upper echelon. Like, top level players really know how to punish. But a great mash from Marshadow there.
Yeah, and she's really kind of innovated this character a lot. I know she's been playing Greninja for a long time, and especially over the past year or two, has really gotten a lot of stuff on lock. As you're seeing, that down tilt up smash certainly has to be on lock if you're playing this character.
The slip and slide special for Greninja.
Classic. So that is going to be a 2-0 in Marshadow's favor over there. And it looks like Tripp did end up wrapping up that first game of the set against Birth Defects.
And Falco and Lombardi and Fungi on game 5 here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check that out. Not quite going to be able to get off ledge in time to go for a down air there. Could have gone ahead and gotten that evened up. Lombardi, a little bit of a lead here.
You see this bait and punish style from from Fungi. It's just 2 down tilts, dash away, and then know there's going to be some kind of panic approach to throw out that back air. Oh my gosh, double Dunsky on the stage off the backboard.
Most of the time.
Oh, down air.
Gonna go ahead and steal that one. We got a 3-1 stock lead. A Tripp with the F tilt. Insane mash. You should be dead.
When the mash is online, but the spin cycle is going to clean up. The spin cycle is going to clean up that stock.
Yeah, absolutely. At that percent especially.
Oh, but Lombardi is feeling it. You see a 68% combo. Just knows, looking for that. These two have just had a spike off. Just down air off stage. They just challenge each other to who can land more down airs off stage.
Absolutely. Fungi, good patience here. See, just barely going to miss that second gyro to finish off that stock. That would have been a big turn in momentum, but really good patience here. See, if that Rob at that percent, Falco might be able to kill off the top. You see Lombardi fishing on that top platform there, trying to bait him to go up. The Fungi not quite falling for it, has enough awareness to stay on the ground.
Oh, didn't have the RAR back air to send correct angle, but still just going to be taking their time on platform, roll back, don't want to be stuck between a rock and a Rob and a gyro place, up throw, up air!
A little too high for that to be true, worth going for nonetheless. And you see that downer coming out off that top platform, trying to challenge any kind of approach from below like we saw earlier.
Fungi still in it, up scoop, hitbox on the up smash, so 121-0, gyro in hand. You see Fungi sees the win con here.
I say this is, as long as there's a gyro in hand, this is an even game.
Sends gyro back and have to get another one. And gonna have to find makes it back to ledge.
Great job saving resources there.
Which will get up throw. Laser's gonna connect. 145, looking for anything. A high up tier.
Really nice job going back to the ledge after baiting high.
Oh no, don't let it happen to you! You let it be you! Fungi steals it!
You let it be you! Fungi with the insane 3-1 stock comeback. Game 5 against Lombardi. Gonna go ahead and move on through winners.
A heartbreaker for Lombardi. Had Fungi at 145%. Needed anything just to breathe on the robot, but instead, like you said, so
many close calls too. I mean, the up throw being just too high of a percent for that up air to kill, not quite being able to close out that ledge trap at the end, just having a win right there so many times, and then get 0 death by Rob. It can happen to anyone.
It can, and we were talking about it's like as long as there's gyro in play at a low percent. Exactly.
That's the game you play.
Needed that one opening and found it. And so here we go. Silas and Springy L. This is we kind of expected this kind of pace for this matchup.
Yeah, definitely going to be a bit slower. Both of these characters.
Oh, you went to sleep. Don't be sleeping.
Opting no rest. Just gonna go ahead and charge that F smash.
Sonic's been running all day. His feet are tired.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was ambitious, Silas. And now you have to.
I mean, that was really smart doing it that high up. As long as you don't get hit in the aftermath, it's not like you can't come back. You have all your jumps.
Yeah, Springy did have a free back air there, but I think also probably expected Jigglypuff to just drift to their death, so didn't want to go out and challenge it. But there's the back air.
That's going to do it. And it's always hard when you're both up in the corner and you can't really see where the stage is on the screen. That's going to be another sleep, and the rest is going to take it off of the top. 2 sleeps in one game. You don't see those connect very often.
No, just sleeping on him. Silas PQ.
It shows how good of a character specialist Silas is.
Exactly.
It really has the buff down pat.
Springy's another one? Okay, what is happening?
Oh, a little bit of a fumble there.
But Jigglypuff can do that. So mind you, folks, to give some context here, Springy was the #1 seed coming into the state of Michigan Arcadian this season. With domain expansion, bracket of infinite losses is what it's called. And I pretty much walked through it very handily. Had a great showing at that. And is being almost jump checked here by Silas PQ with all these rests.
And it's tricky too, because Puff is not a common character.
No.
It's really hard to get good matchup experience. And for someone like Silas, where you play the character that you're matchup checking people with, if you don't have that experience, it's going to be hard to deal with. At the very least, it's going to take time to adjust to it.
A small caveat, though, is another member of the Northwood Esports team, Springy L, has experience playing against Copel, whose secondary is Jigglypuff.
Really?
Yes, Copel plays a lot of Jigglypuff as a secondary in Ultimate, as well as in Melee. So Springy has some Jigglypuff experience, but Silas PQ is just built different.
I was going to say, that's all the more impressive and all more of a statement of how good Silas is.
Copel, though, also not a rest-heavy Jigglypuff, very much more of a back air.
I would imagine, especially coming over from Melee, I can see that for sure. We are seeing a little bit of an adjustment from Springy here. Definitely slowing down the pace a little bit, having a bit more patience, kind of waiting out some of the trickier options.
Has to find the stock, though. 135 on your last stock. 88% on Silas' second. It's going to be dash back on the side.
That is going to do it. With the intangibility, or the invulnerability on that dash attack. I feel like a lot of people forget that that's there.
Yeah.
Because it's just her and Palu, and everyone knows about Palu, but that Jigglypuff dash attack definitely can be a sleeper kill option if you're not ready for it, as we saw there.
And we finally are having some new matches start up as well. Cornball and Eclipse. This is a good one. Eclipse,
yeah, that's a very good one.
Cornball, very good Sora. Eclipse, a very good Falco. I believe Eclipse is out of the Chicago area.
I believe so.
As well as Lynx and Homeboy, the 2 players that are very new to me. But we got, it looks like Lucina and Yoshi, so that's going to be fun.
I'll say. Two very classic characters. Lucina, another one of those early ult characters where everyone agrees that she's really good, but you just kind of don't see her.
Very fun. It's the double-edged sword, a very fundamentally sound character. It's very milquetoast, kind of a boring character because of just how down the middle she is in everything, from her sword weight to her recovery to her combo game. Extra things. But she only has one spike, frame spike on her
Yeah, it's a
counter.
1-frame spike. Pretty standard disjoints. Pretty standard frame data for a sortie. You've still got that Marth up B you can use to break combos or get out of shield. Nothing super fancy, but at the same time, there's kind of something about that simplicity that I think makes her a very graceful character. It can be very elegantly played. You're not doing anything fancy in the sense of crazy combos, but using those fundamentals to just be able to read your opponent and punish them as is required to take advantage of their mistakes. There's really something special to be said about that.
Absolutely.
It looks like down in the middle tier, Trip, 1 stock left to close out a 3-0 against Burt's Defects. Trying to Sopo it out. Not quite going to die to the F tilt.
Oh, but that's going to be down smash. Cornball and Eclipse, mind you. Cornball having a 1-stock lead. 118 to 48.
Whipping the dash attack on ledge. Going to get hit with the dash attack of Eclipse's own. Really nice reverse up B there, recognizing, going off stage. Very back and forth so far.
As well as Silas PQ taking the first stock on Springy in their game.
Absolutely.
Eclipse gets the back air to even it up.
Curious to see when we'll see the 0 to deaths come out. I know there's been a lot of innovation in Sora's since the characters come out on how to optimize those combos. But at the same time, I know that it's not true on everyone. Not sure exactly how true or how easy it is to get on a character like Falco. But you'd be curious to see what he's able to pull off and maybe get something a little bit early off of a nice setup here.
I believe characters like Falco and Wolf are like ideal weights for the stuff Sora's trying to do. So this is like Cornball's probably licking his chops here. Like, yes, more of this.
Good patience on ledge there.
He's still doing a good job holding a solid lead here. Yep. Another thing that we're starting to see is Sora's are like cutting their combos off early and really finding their strong kill options, like the back air we saw right there, on top of a falling up air we saw before.
Absolutely. That back air, great spacing option too. Always important against a spacey. They tend to want to get in close and really keep you close to them while they're comboing you. Although Sora definitely has the tools to kind of keep Falco at bay a little bit. It looks like it down on the left here. We've got a 1-0 for Lynx. A little bit of a Lucina lead going on. But no lead really happening down in Silas Springy. Pretty low.
Wow, that F smash didn't do it.
I was going to say that. I'm kind of surprised. Neither the forward air.
What is this puffball made out of?
Hold up.
I was saying Silas was built different. I didn't know it was
quite literally constructed from different material.
It has to be a denser puff kind of material. Like that's a dense marshmallow.
That's not like a foam puff. That's like a nice rock wool fiberglass puff.
Oh, yeah. That's not a marshmallow. That's rock candy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, but we got a shield break on homeboy Lynx. Lynx with a neutral B shield break, open the egg, making omelets in the bottom corner.
And then back up on this mainstream. Eclipse able to even it up. Cornball had a decent lead for a little bit here, but almost dead even in percent. So we'll see who's going to be able to close it out. Both of these characters kind of right where they want to be for those kill confirms. Not quite able to close it out.
Really? Fake.
Not quite.
Fake.
Yeah. That dash attack loves faking it out. See if we can line up a down air here, or at least get a nice ledge trap going.
It's incredible just how long he can stay out there. It's going to be the scoop and score.
It's insane. I mean, that's obviously what the character's good at. It's what you kind of come to expect from Sora, especially when there's a lead involved. You don't really have to fear getting off a ledge because you can just kind of take your time, maybe throw out a few spells, get some extra damage off of it while you're out there.
I mean, all he did in his reveal trailer was just fly around the rest of the cast, so it makes sense he'd be able to just fly out there for forever. Speaking of which, when are they going to give Mario the upgrade they have in Mario Galaxy where he can fly around the thing? True. When are we getting the red mushroom?
I do think it would be cool if for the next one they kind of rework some of the classic characters.
Like a Donkey Kong?
Yeah, like there are so many characters that have had so many games since their initial iteration. We're like, let's kind of get some reimagining going. We've had these characters for what, 5 games now?
They did it for Link in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have all 3 Links, so they have to make Big Link kind of different from himself. So
it'd be nice maybe get some like Cappy stuff with Mario.
Yeah.
Coconut gun for DK. Things like that.
Barrels.
Yeah.
More get DK barrels.
I do really like the HDR DK. Some of the changes there are really fun.
I will say HDR Banjo is a better Banjo than Ultimate Banjo.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
I feel like that's kind of a low bar, though.
He should have been a brawler. He should have been a brawler from the outset, not this weird hybrid thing he is in Ultimate.
Not quite going to get the back air there.
No. Oh, we got Ice Knight on now as Ice Knight versus PBM.
Oh yeah, got a reset. Another Greninja. Earlier I was saying, not a character you see super frequently, but I feel like the Midwest has a lot of that. There's a lot of kind of bizarre, unorthodox characters around here.
I can name like 3 Greninjas across Michigan alone. 2 of them are also very high level in Aster and Global.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
As well as there's Midwest home to a lot of K rules too.
Yep.
Rory,
Wes, the GOAT.
Kobo.
Wes, I love you.
I love Wes too. Wes takes the best pictures of me.
Wes is such a sweetheart and an insane photographer and one of the nastiest players of this game I've ever seen.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Wes does some crazy stuff. All you have to do is go back to last year's Afterburner. Wes versus Savon was a crazy set.
And we're going to be seeing him later today as well. Looking forward to that.
I hope they get Wes on Main Street, man. That boy deserves it.
We've gotta. Ooh, getting a side B spike on the Sora there. Going to go ahead and close that out. 3-1 stock lead for Eclipse here. See if we can even up this set. They get 1-1.
Fallen. Oh, here we go. Now we got Ice Knight on the main stage. Holding the 1 stock lead here. 147 though. PBM doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sort of keeping Ice Knight at ledge, but you have to get rid of this stock soon.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And the up tilt is going to do it. Nice sweet spot there. Even from the other side of the ledge is going to go ahead and close that out.
Ask and you shall receive, PBM. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep doing it.
It's understandable.
My brain doesn't read those letters in the correct order ever.
Me neither.
Ooh, aggressive.
I'm too dyslexic to read that tag.
It was an aggressive down air, but managed to make it out. So
I feel like a lot of Sephiroths. I mean, you have to be good at going for that. You have to be comfortable trying to line that up. Mm-hmm. It hits so far down. It's such a consistent option.
Ice Knight though, just playing Frogger, jumping like 7 times in front of PBM until they whiffed a grab, and then it was down tilt forward air. What a finish! Is this double back?
Really good awareness there. I always think it's really funny whenever a Greninja misses, like the multi-hit messes up, and then the Greninja follows up on it anyway, because they've seen that like a dozen times. Mm-hmm. They're just so used to the move not working that they know how to punish off of it when it still doesn't work. Yeah,
they're like, well, it's like custom combo routes just to make up for the fact that your move doesn't always work.
Yeah, which I can resonate. I know it's always frustrating when having a move that you just kind of can't really rely on all the time. Well,
it's tough, but overshot the back air. Each one of your own.
Not quite going to close it out. A little bit too much end lag on that neutral move. He's going to go ahead and sink down that first game, going to Ice Knight. Moving back up. Looks like in the meantime, Springy has figured something out in this matchup. Gotten a little bit of adaptation going, figured out some of the tricks. Got a 2-1 lead over Silas PQ with a stock lead in potentially what could be the last game of the set.
Yeah, and even still eating a rest at low enough percent to survive. And yeah, I guess that game on Kalos really did set Springy on the right path.
Trying to get another sing there.
I can't fall for it. Can't be taking big swings on Springy's shield like that.
Unless it's a side B.
Yeah.
But standard punish. Go ahead and hit. Speaking of punish, back airing that jump out of shield is going to close it out.
So just like in that funk, never mind. Took the words right in my mouth before I could even say them. As Springy's getting hit the big fist.
That is the curse. Sometimes a big punch is all you need. Looks like Cornball Eclipse able to even it up. 1-1. Both players, 2 stocks on Smashville. I feel like this stage pretty even, all things considered. On one hand, a little bit smaller, kind of harder to get away from a character like Falco, who wants to really kind of oppress you and stay on it. But at the same time, if Sora can get you up on that platform, that up air covers so much and can apply so much pressure all at once.
Exactly. And there's also more space, a tighter space for the sword to occupy.
Yeah.
So things like up B, it's going to be tougher to get away from those if you're Falco. We saw that a bit earlier, as well as these side Bs are going to be able to really track you down from one side of the stage to the other. It's going to be all about Eclipse to get these big openings and make sure Cornball's off stage. So far doing a good job like right now, but he's gotten back to ledge. He's going to get more of that floatiness to get him out.
Absolutely. Not quite going to connect with the Thunder there, but is still going to send him back, able to get the up out of shield for some damage. See if we can get a good ledge trap going. anticipating an aggressive option off ledge with the counter, but unfortunately gonna die for it. That is kind of the risk that you run there, trying to get an early kill like that. You want to leave yourself wide open for a punish.
Exactly. We're seeing the Falco Blender stuff, had a great air dodge, but couldn't get the grab on the right side. Could have kept that going.
That always feels bad when you have the right read, but you mess it up. There's nothing worse.
Like a last second guess. Yeah. Are they going to actually cross the up? It's going to be another spin off the top for Cornball.
That up. You get caught by that. Any amount of height on the stage, you're running the risk of going off the top there.
It's a really, really good finishing move.
Oh my god, yeah. It doesn't, the only downside is sometimes, depending on how it gets lined up, it can be tricky to get every hit to connect. But I feel like there are definitely a lot of multi-hits in this game that are less consistent. Speaking of less consistent multi-hits, we are back to the Greninja Sephiroth set.
Yup.
Oh, trying to get a ladder off the top. Sephiroth with that wing,
Gets that
always
extra jump.
dangerous. Very patient play, just kind of dashing back and forth, seeing who's going to push in first.
Ice Knight doing a great job of tracking PBM across the stage here. Not letting the Sephiroth.
Ooh, good catch with the down tilt there.
Yeah.
And that is going to close it out with the Nair forward air.
The tried and
really
true.
good confirm. Especially on a character like Sephiroth, that forward air is going to kill so early.
That's the classic, really. Down tilt forward air is just the bread and butter that's been taking stocks for Greninja since the game came out.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got, as the game's progressed, they've gotten so much tighter with the execution on it as well. And at the point where now it's just essentially a jump scare. It's like the down tilt hits and you already know you're dead.
And it's deceptively far. It doesn't look like it's that long of a hitbox, but that can kind of snatch you from pretty far away. Getting straight into it, opting for going back to small battlefield here.
And we got a new set on stage. We get some a little more character variety as we're getting Chef Mo versus Dung Jung. Fox and Snake.
Fox.
What do you think of that matchup?
I feel like that's kind of one of those matchups that's probably not fun for either character. Fox, I feel like a lot of times can really blow you up. And a character like Snake, who is a little bit heavier, tends to be a little bit more susceptible to those longer combos, which can always feel bad. Like when you get stuck in the blender, especially against a character like Fox, who can really oppress you for an extended amount of time, anytime you get hit and you know, like, okay, I could be taking 70 and it's going to take 30 seconds. But at the same time, Fox, pretty light and very linear in terms of his approaches and his recoveries. Snake just has so many ways to set up for things like that and cover very specific options that if Fox ends up in a disadvantage, I can see it being really tricky to come back from.
I agree. It's the game. As they say, it is the game they play. It's just, are you gonna box? Or are you gonna eat all these explosions? Against a light character like Fox, there's no reason not to just make the stage a Michael Bay film.
Yeah.
Especially frame one grenade as a get a joke recall. Extended Fox combos.
Sure. I am curious to see if the shine is gonna end up coming into play at any point here.
Ooh, that's a tough air dodge. Nice tag.
Oh, almost going down a little bit too early. Might have been able to line up a back there and get a reversal out of it. Both of them just barely whipping their kill options. That up tilt not going to connect, and that forward smash is going to go ahead and take game one for Chef Moore for Dung Jung.
And now Cornball needs to make a big comeback here on Eclipse in order to take this set 3-1. But this is looking like it's going to go to a game 5 call.
I think it will. It's been really back and forth this whole time.
Reflected the freeze back at Sora and put him in ice.
Well, that being said, we were talking earlier, Sora has these 0 deaths.
But does Cornball have these 0 deaths?
That is the question. It's time to find out. Are you a closer or are you a choker?
You know what's crazy is the phrase "pressure makes diamonds" is outdated now. Like scientists found a way to
we
make
can
diamonds
synthesize that
at
stuff,
like
yeah.
room temperature without insane pressure anymore. And it's like, dang.
Thought about that. Yeah, that's just kind of.
Speaking of it, pressure
wait a
does make
minute,
diamonds,
yeah.
and Cornball did exactly what we were talking about while we were talking about
Yeah,
that.
is able to. You are a closer.
Cornball
Question
has it
answered.
in him.
He's got those. That is going to be a 3-1 over Eclipse. Or a 3-2.
Yeah. No, that was
It was a good set, is what it was.
yeah.
Speaking of a good set, Ice Knight on the verge of getting a 3-0 against PBM here. Got a 1-stock lead, although Sephiroth does have Wing, which is always scary. Although, the one thing with Wing that I never really understood why they did this, where sometimes if you...
Oh, you don't want to be rolling in like that. Oh, no, PBM. You got cold feet there.
No, you can't be rolling like that.
No, especially not against Ice Knight. Ice Knight is going to know that you're doing that 3 seconds before you do it.
You know that feeling when you go to roll, and as you're rolling, you see that they're like charging for the roll, and you know it's coming.
Italian opera plays in your head as it happens in slow motion.
Like
it's like
you
Ave
know
Maria.
you know the game's over 3 seconds before it's over, and you kind of just have to sit with it.
It's like that meme of like the world goes black and white, and like Lil Loon starts playing. It's
Yeah.
like bum bum. It's like, oh no! Oh good heavens! Meanwhile, we got a new set on here: Michigan Zone, Raymond Noodles versus Jard, a guy that's beefing with my static co-coms or my typical co-coms. I don't even know if I can say that anymore. I haven't commentated with Finesse in a minute. Jard and Finesse immediately call each other out and walk towards each other like they're beefing in a funny way. But Raymond Noodles, a very high-level Steve player, been making waves for a good minute now. This is probably like lined up to be a good breakout tournament for Raymond Noodles.
I could see that for sure. And obviously, you know, Steve always a little bit controversial. There was a period where Steve was banned in this region, but I think that we've kind of come around to just kind of letting it rock. Not too many around, and you know, we always appreciate them being able to come in and getting to compete as well. It's always nice having extra competitors around. See Raymond Noodles potentially setting up for one of those back throw into the blocks, getting those set up right past the ledge, trying to get a little bit of a cheeky thing going.
So Steve is already like a different character entirely when he has diamond tools, but is this going to be off the wall? Yes, it is.
Yep.
I guess good thinking for building that wall so high, Raymond Noodles. Oh, but that's going to be untackable.
Yeah, that is going to go ahead and do it. Unfortunate, getting clipped by that up B.
But sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, Steve definitely not a stranger to making comebacks or getting insane combos, so still has a little bit of a lead and certainly can keep growing that with the right game plan.
Yeah, low percent and diamond tools is perfect for making comebacks and building upon, basically turning a deficit into a lead and keeping it that way. And Raymond Noodles is certainly one of those players that has that in him. With there's certain Steve players that are just different, like they get it to a whole nother level as soon as the diamond tools come out, and Raymond Noodles is just one of them.
For sure. And I also feel like Steve is one of those characters, there's so many different aspects of Steve that you can use to your advantage, but I feel like every Steve is a little bit different. Like some of them, they know the tricks, they know the Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny setups, some of them know the 0 to death combos, some of them have the tech skill to take advantage of specific things that are unique to Steve. So it's always cool watching and seeing what kind of elements of the character the Steve player really values and has put time and effort into.
Absolutely. Raymond Noodles, though, struggling here. Has to get some new tools. This up throw, though? No, forward throw is going to refresh Diamond at 106. Very few resources in the toolbar, and a dash attack is going to get beaten. Minecart.
He is going to get hit. Almost breaking his shield with the anvil there, but it is going to go ahead and clip him.
Do you want to, or should I? Speaking of which, the up throw did do it, so I was right. The up throw was what Raymond Noodles was looking for.
For sure. And
just
down in the corner.
I can if you don't want to.
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
We got Mitch on that thing. Yeah, Yanni the Duck versus Mitch on that thing. The artist formerly known as Mitch. We've got, I'm not familiar with Yanni the Duck, not sure what character we're going to be seeing come out here, but Mitch, very good Ken player, has a few other characters in the pocket, but likes to primarily stick with the Ken. Very explosive. Talked to him a little bit earlier. Feeling good about his path, feeling really good, has been playing well so far today. So excited to see how this kind of plays out.
Absolutely. Good to see. I'm interested to see, just to watch Mitch on that thing play. But, oh, wow.
Mord going to go ahead and take game 2 with the up smash.
Fox wins!
The tags are flipped here, because Mord is the Fox player.
Yes.
So I would assume Chef Mord
is up. Oh, and it looks like their set's over. It looks like Chef Mord won 3-0.
Oh. Well,
so back on to Raymond Noodles versus Jard.
A 1-0 Raymond Noodles favor here. Going over to Battlefield. I think that's a good pick. I know Ness really likes to kind of carry you around the stage and definitely likes to be able to kind of pressure from below. That up air, really good combo tool early, really good kill tool at higher percents. So having extra platforms to be able to pressure from below is always nice to have.
Absolutely.
Although with that extra space, that is extra space for Steve to get away from you and get these resources built up. So far, not too much of a chance to get anything crazy.
No, but he's already starting to lose his wood tools. It's just, once again, creating more space. There we go, upgrade to stone, enter the Stone Age. It's still very light on iron, only 2 pieces, but you know, sometimes it's all you need.
Use it or lose it, can't take it with you.
1 block down to off stage, in the full air. Raymond Noodles not having any of Jard's nonsense off stage.
Really good, just run off and do it. You gotta armor through that up smash.
No, you're good. It's okay. Nobody noticed.
Yeah. No
go for 4 again?
Another one?
Yeah, Jard doesn't have that.
Way too low. There's a very slight chance might have been able to hit it and tech into the stage for the second one. But I know that could be kind of tricky. Even from that low, might not have been able to pull that off.
Off the block. Spread eagle across the block.
Unfortunate, not ready for the tech, getting sent just a little bit too low, even with the full height up E there.
Those ones feel wacky for the Steve player. It's like, dang, I fell for my own trick.
I know, it's like,
my own block was my own undoing.
That's what that feels like.
Exactly.
Getting a little bit of PK Fire action. More or less full stock lead from Raymond Noodles here. Just kind of building up these walls, trying to keep Ness away. I would imagine trying to get maybe a little bit more iron, trying to get a diamond in case this stock does get lost and it goes down to a 1-stock game.
Jard having to recover high, but Anvil jump scare.
Yep.
It always is such a jump scare. The Anvil.
It comes out so fast.
Yeah. It's like, dang, I thought I was an advantage, and then all of a sudden, nope, here's an Anvil. There's a massive piece of iron straight to your dome piece. There has to be some sort of thing that exists where Anvil hitting does the Taco Bell dong or lead pipe falling.
I would imagine. It looks like. Oh wait, Yanni, the Steve. I didn't realize it was that Yanni.
Yanni the Steve.
I didn't realize that the full tag was Yanni the Duck. I didn't ever been Yanni. But yeah, we got Steve Ken. Now I will say, Mitch on that thing was on a team with one of the best Steve players in our region. So a lot of Steve experience.
Ah, okay.
Definitely, he has played against a lot of Steve. Look at that. Ooh, that is going to go ahead. Little bit ambitious. Although, can't afford it. He has a full stock lead.
Yeah, it was up like 163. I had 2 stocks. And so it makes sense why Mitch went for that big like shield break combo that Ken has.
Yeah, and we're already seeing some of that Steve matchup experience kind of coming through here. You see that classic letting the anvil hit the shield, or letting the minecart hit the shield and rolling through so that you don't get grabbed.
Steve had diamond, but that whole pressure sequence from Mitch was because Steve did not have iron. It was like Steve didn't have iron, couldn't do minecart, but did have diamond at smash, so I had to get a big move to create that space.
Really good awareness, knows when to take advantage of these situations.
And another bit of that Steve experience, you see Mitch is focusing on getting rid of that crafting table, as well as finishing with the Shoryuken.
Absolutely, catching him from below, trying to go for another anvil setup, just saying, nope. You are, in fact, going to die off the top. we got a new set coming up. The Spec is Pico Hero. Gonna be Pac-Man Byleth.
The Pac-Leth. Byleth is a character we kind of fell off the face of the earth. Like, it was making big waves with MK Leo in, like, right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then everybody saw the strength of this character in the pandemic, and then now it's kind of just gone the way of the mammoth.
Yeah, the
way of the dinosaurs.
The only other Byleth that I can really think of is Justin Byleth.
Yeah.
But aside from that, yeah, this character kind of faded into obscurity, which isn't super typical for DLC characters.
But it's especially interesting because at one point, this character was played by the best player in the world.
Yeah, clearly has value. It's worth using.
Yeah, and it's incredibly solid nair, great tippers on the aerials and stuff, consistent combos, able to scoop and stuff with up B. But yeah, so we're gonna see a Pico. Or sorry, is it Pico? I'm gonna assume it's Pico Hero. Is the Byleth?
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see how this plays out. Pac-Man, another very good character. Definitely a few good Pac-Man reps in the area. Not quite as uncommon, and definitely a character that can be very tricky.
In some ways, the original Steve. Oh my gosh! What are you tagging in place for? Punished every day of the week with a big down smash.
Yep, and that covers roll in too. Really, your only option there is to try and just get away. But it's always scary rolling towards ledge at that high of a percent, so really, really good awareness for Pico there.
Oh, but still, the bell is inevitable. Finds home with a big bell back here. Oh, this is a big opening from Respect. Yep, Galaga, but can't get the grab.
Trying to go for a funny little setup. Just in a bay. Does have bell. On. There it is.
Gonna grab.
See if we can get something set up here. For shield pressure. Not quite able to take advantage. He's going to lose bell. But get it back pretty quickly here.
Short hop back here, create the space, and again, Bell intercepts arrow.
I feel like that is kind of a difficulty for Byleth here. Has some good range. Ooh, that's going to do it, yeah. Has good range, but a little bit slow. So if Pac-Man can create that distance, it's going to be hard to stop him from getting whatever kind of fruit he wants.
Exactly.
You're going back over to Mitch on that thing versus Yanni. Looking very similar to that first game.
Oh, good heavens. Mitch on that thing.
Just such good awareness, just getting under at the right percent and just closing it out.
I gotta take a sip after that. My goodness, Mitch. You read that air dodge perfectly. I was like, nope, you're gonna be right here. Eat this uppercut.
I'm telling you, he knows what he's doing. You can't sleep on Mitch on that thing.
No, never can. It's really difficult.
I think it is really impressive. You see a lot of that matchup experience coming through. Ken, very explosive, very in-your-face, up-close character, wants to close the gap, wants to be up on you, hitting you constantly. And Steve, very good at walling people out, creating separation for situations. Oh, unfortunate Shoryu going to slide past the ledge and take the stock at 0.
What's crazy is that this is the first stock deficit Mitch has played this entire set. So now we get to see how Mitch plays from behind against Steve.
Oh,
for
what, 10 seconds?
30 seconds, exactly. Yeah. What?
And
how long?
Like I was saying, it really speaks to it. He's so good at recognizing how a Steve is trying to wall him out and knows exactly how to get in against it. He's played against so many different, elements and versions of this. He's so used to having to break those walls down.
And we're seeing Yanni have to get really creative with just hiding from Mitch and basically building an obstacle course of dirt blocks just to mine on your own anvil.
Really good recovery from Mitch there.
It still has, and Yanni still only has wood tools. Reset on the platform. Oh, it got a little overzealous. He's unable to finish.
Overshooting just a little bit there, similar to that first stock. Not going off the ledge with it, but is still resulting in a death. Shoryu not going to connect.
Shout out Extraordinary. I have great pain seeing characters fall out of Shoryus. Or Shoryus that should take stocks not. But that one will.
That one will do it. Hey, third time's a charm.
Last stock for game number 3. Mitch on that thing, looking to move on over Yanni the Duck. Starting it off with a big Shoryu, 25%. Parries the anvil, but not the landing hitbox. So Yanni in advantage here, gets back in the corner. So only wood tools, but when you're in the minecart, you're going to go for a ride into that up smash.
Yeah, absolutely. Tables have turned a little bit here. Like you said, this is kind of the first time that Mitch has been playing on the back foot, and he's still keeping it close, but there's only so much you can do. Great tag.
Even on the back foot, Yanni still only has good tools. Oh, but still fell out of it. Oh, didn't expect to survive, but still alive.
Still in it.
There's a hope and a dream.
Ken with rage is a scary thing to be dealing with.
151 to 66. Yanni gets through with Tatsu.
He is at kill percent. I want to make it clear.
Back air, wood tools are gone. Yanni has to make it back. Oh, Shoryuken!
Oh, he mitched on that thing!
He mitched on that
That's
thing.
going to be a 3-0 against Yanni Steve. Mitch on that thing. Yanni the Duck.
Gets up and Mitch is like, whew, gets the blood flowing for that one.
To overcome. It's going to be a 3-0 against Yanni the Duck. Overcoming that, Steve. Seeing that practice paying off. Even from behind, able to close it out.
And we have yet to see any other sets sit down, so this may be the last set we have for this block.
I believe so.
As I do know that throughout the tournament we've had sets run, we've had, everything's kind of been had to be pushed back half an hour, so now I think we're making up a bit of time.
Yeah.
Especially on quad stream over here.
Yeah, a little bit of inclement weather over here. It's Indiana. That's going to happen.
Oh, it's the Midwest in January.
Yeah, you'll have that. Got delayed a little bit just to make sure that people had time to get here safely. Certainly don't want anyone rushing in and potentially putting themselves in danger.
There were still some unfortunate DQs, like all of Georgia had DQ as well as our West Coast friends. Apple Reviewer, you were dearly missed. Wish you could have made it out.
Yeah,
Got stuck in Utah, which I can't imagine a fate worse than death.
Yeah, no, that's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, definitely a lot of DQs. A few flights got canceled last minute. I know Cola's flight got canceled like literally last minute.
That's the worst.
Which really sucks. It would have been great to have him here, as well as a bunch of other players. But still a great showing nonetheless. Not quite as many DQs as I was expecting from the weather. And even with that time delay, we've been making good time so far. You know, this was originally supposed to wrap up close to 3, and it seems like we're still hitting that schedule.
Yeah, almost 15 minutes early.
Which is good. We've certainly got plenty of other events on the schedule for you guys to be sticking around for. I know in a little bit here we're going to be starting our Street Fighter 6 bracket for the weekend.
That'll be fun.
That's going to be not a huge bracket, but we've got a decent number of players. We've got some really great players. And it is going to be round robin style, if I am correct, which is always cool to see at a bigger event like this.
It is.
And then we've, of course, got plenty of other Ultimate singles. We've got plenty of Melee going on. And tomorrow there's going to be some Rivals, too.
I'm going to be involved with that, as well as we're seeing Respect here to get 3-0 over Pico here. And it looks like they're going to give us another one. As we're seeing Silas, PQ versus Bry. This must be one match to make it out of Pool's loser side. I'm gonna guess.
I would imagine.
Hey, it's us. We're back on camera. How you doing?
Doing all right?
Yeah.
Hi.
It's okay. Sorry.
Checking on the TO chat. Checking on schedule.
I feel like we should kind of explain our jewelry situation here, and that given that quad stream and especially quad stream commentary was so last minute, wearing these headphones plays my voice at a half-second delay that makes it impossible to talk, as well as it's very loud in one ear. So we're just doing this. We don't get game audio, but there's 4 matches to watch. So
yeah, I was gonna say with 4 matches going on, it's kind of hard to pay attention to game audio anyway. I don't really mind not having it. And we can hear each other fine.
Exactly.
So.
And think of it like this. We have commentated twice as many matches as the other commentators.
That's true.
In about like half the time, too.
That's true.
So
4 times as many if you really think about it.
Exactly, yeah.
We're just that much more efficient.
Oh, we are. It's quantity royalty.
Oh, of course. Guess we're just better. You know?
We're just better.
We're just better. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to say. Skill difference.
Skill diff. Absolutely.
All right.
As I think
we may be wrapping up here. It is kind of getting to that time.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have a whole nother wave of pools after this. Way too many competitors to fit into a single wave of pools. There'll probably be a little bit of a break coming up here, I would imagine, as we get set up for that next round. But it certainly had some incredible matches so far. We'll be getting ready for our top 32 later on. Is that, I'd have to look at the schedule. Is that till tomorrow?
I forget. I forget exactly what is. I know all of Rivals is tomorrow.
Yeah.
All of Rivals is tomorrow. As is, I believe, Melee Doubles top 6 is tomorrow. I think it might be, for sure, all top 6s are tomorrow.
Yeah.
All of Street Fighter's today, though.
Yeah, Street Fighter is the only thing. That and Rivals Doubles is also all going to be today. Pretty small bracket. There were only 8 teams, one of whom has DQ'd because my partner flaked out on me.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But it'll still be a great showing nonetheless. We've got some really great Rivals 2 competitors here. That'll be fun. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like we are going to be playing through singles top cut today. So top 32 is going to be tomorrow. That's what we're starting off with.
Starting off strong here is Bry, 94% to 14. Not intimidated by how Silas performed against Springy. Although Springy also was in the car ride, was like driven by Bry. So Bry could have gotten a quick lowdown, a quick coaching session on how to play against Silas. So far it's all paying off. 136 to 28, and now Silas has to retreat from one side of the stage to the other.
Absolutely. Good lead here, gonna go ahead and close it out. Only 28% on that first stock. Although if there's anything we've seen from Silas so far, it's that he can certainly close things out earlier than you expect him to.
Oh yeah, can really turn things around. But the big difference between what we saw on Sonic to Yoshi is the weight. It's the surprising weight of Yoshi the dinosaur. Can make him survive. Sorry, his rest just a little bit longer.
Yeah, for sure. And also kind of a bit floatier of a character. Kind of moves a little weird, which I know is pretty consistent with how Yoshi's been played throughout Smash as a franchise. So a lot of jumping around, a lot of kind of drifting in and out from both players here. Both playing the pink as well. Not that Silas has much of a choice, but... Ooh, gonna go ahead and punish, trying to get that F smash on the landing. Gonna get hit by an F smash of Silas's own.
F smash for F smash. Okay, yep. Egg versus shield. It looks like Silas is gonna win out in that case.
That down air, really great kind of opener. Comes out pretty fast, usually is very consistent, at the very least gets us some good damage.
But now the game is starting to slow down, and as it's happening, it's starting to turn more in Silas' favor. Still playing at a massive deficit though. And Bry, not really interested in approaching that much, especially like, you don't want to get turned around on and eat a rest.
No, absolutely. And Yoshi for sure gets a lot more out of playing patient and playing defensively than playing super aggressively. You've got great out of shield options in that nair. You've got really great punish tools if they're trying to land on you with that up air. Landing on someone as they approach with a down air is always nice. A little bit slower on the approach, so I can definitely understand wanting to kind of slow it down and wait for Silas to kind of try and come to you.
Absolutely. As now just drifting off stage, putting the off stage pressure, trying to see if you can force a mistake from Silas.
Going fishing for that forward air, certainly strong enough to take out Jigglypuff at this percent. Although 158, I'm pretty sure just about anything would do it, as you see with that nair.
Nair out of shield, one of Yoshi's best quick options. Uh-oh, and a big missed rest. Oh,
not too much of a punish.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, it certainly could have gone a lot worse. So,
oh, Dunkski, do you have the jumps here?
Jumps? No, you don't. Unfortunate. And you did see Bry go off and try and get another little bit of a dunk there just to be safe.
Bet It All was like, I don't want to leave any doubt that this Jigglypuff is not making it back.
We are wrapping this up. It's time for game 2.
And they're keeping to slowly trickle feed us matches, as now we're starting to see the Verminator versus Fleetwood.
Go!
So far, a little bit more even of a start, although it's starting to look a little bit more like that last match with a big showing out the gate for Bry. 92% to only 25.
You see him already going off stage to challenge with that forward air. Gonna connect and gonna send Silas to the Shadow Realm. So again, another early stock take for Bry. Just what he's looking for to try and move on in Afterburner 2025. Rising up there, covers ledge. Not gonna fall for any of these sleep shenanigans. Downbeat's gonna go straight through it.
See that dash attack coming through. Trying to fight back, but that damage slowly racking up.
This tech and the dash attack. Silas so good at punishing those.
Oh, and the Nair is gonna do it. Trying to, a little bit greedy of an egg throw, trying to come back on stage with a projectile. Gonna die for it. But Puff at 111, getting to that point, yep. Gonna go ahead and take it with a Nair of his own in exactly the same situation.
Turn around, nothing. Just playing a bit of footsies. Who's gonna get the next big opening? Every player holds their breath as soon as they get hit by a pound and they get popped up in that little area. It's like, oh no, rest. But Bry, afraid of nothing, looking for another forward air off stage.
Just barely not connecting too. I mean, just a few frames off of hit through. But thankfully for Silas, isn't quite going to connect. Going to reset to a little bit of neutral here.
Well, now the egg roll calder.
Haven't seen that move in a long time.
Taking the egg for a spin, little Sunday drive, but oh, it doesn't. Just out of range.
Not quite enough. Gonna even it up a little bit. 92%, so pretty high for Puff. Definitely scary.
Oh, another big dunk.
Bry not afraid to go off stage, like, even against a character like Puff, who kind of thrives out in the open.
So this is the other side of that coin of Bry also has a ton of experience against Copel's Puff and another Northern Michigan Puff that escapes me at the moment. So this is a matchup that Bry is very comfortable with, and as such is very comfortable really pushing Puff to its limits. And we saw a bit of a negative pop off there from Silas after. Was upset that the forward air spiked.
3, 2, 1.
But how do you feel about going back to small battlefield for this game 3?
I'm not against it. I feel like, because it's not like it hasn't been close.
No.
It doesn't feel like, I mean, Bry has certainly been coming out the gate stronger, and Silas has been doing a good job of keeping up after the fact, but it doesn't feel to me like any of the advantages that Bry has gotten is anything to do with the stage or the layout, more so to do with just having a more thorough understanding of how to punish the other character. You know, there could certainly be stages that maybe would lend Puff to a little bit more shenanigans naturally, but I'm not opposed to going back.
And we saw Silas get a pretty good opening round. As soon as we changed the camera, Bry turned around with a 70% of his own light. Now doesn't have a jump. Air dodges legend makes it. Great recovery. We're seeing some new matches on screen as well. The Verminator, Fleetwood. And Fungi's back versus Prince Ross and the Riddler.
Absolutely. If you remember the set from earlier, Mitch on that thing, taking out Yanni the Duck, and I mentioned that Mitch had really great Steve experience. Well, this is the Steve.
The Verminator.
Fleetwood gonna go.
Oh no, Fleetwood.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Fleetwood is the Steve, and Fleetwood, very good Steve, has been rocking with the Steve for a long time. Very, very good understanding of the character, as you see with that ledge.
Oh, he's walking the frog. Oh, he's walking the frog.
Walking the frog.
Taking him on a trip across town.
Yep, using up that diamond. No sword, but still has a pickaxe left. And I will say one thing. If I know anything about Fleetwood Steve, it's that he likes to do the setups. He has a bag of tricks deeper than the Marianas Trench.
Tricky little Fleetwood.
If you let him put you in the wrong situation, he will put you in the contraption.
He'll put you in the fun house.
You'll go in the device.
Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. It's like, I want to get the ride never ends. Yeah. The ride ends with your stop loss. Just like that up smash. The Verminator just going to take a hop, skip, and a jump right into that magma cube.
That is going to be a restock to open up that set.
You know, you see now exactly where the Mitch on that thing experience comes from.
Exactly.
My goodness.
Now you see what he had to deal with.
Oh yeah,
I know why he's so good at fighting against it. He's dealing with that all the time.
Forged in the fires of the Nether.
Mitch has improved so much. The whole team that he plays on is all like Fighters Pass 2.
Oh my goodness.
Like he plays against Steve, he plays against Min Min, he plays against Kazuya, he plays against Harry. Like those are his practice partners. He was forged in the fires of hell.
For $5.99, Mitch on that thing can survive a little bit longer. For no amount of money is gonna make Silas live that, as it looks like that's gonna be a 3-0 for Bry.
That is in fact going to close it out. The floaty pink dinosaur going to take it over the floaty pink Pokemon.
So here we are back to Verminator and Fleetwood. I think they've rolled us over into second pool.
I believe so.
It's okay. Well, somebody will come get us.
I know at some point I do need to go run Street Fighter potentially.
If you got to hop up, I can grab somebody. It's lucky. Where Quad Street is also where the commentators meet, so there's like a bunch of them right in front of us.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's plenty of people around. We've got a lot of really great talent here today. Unfortunate for y'all that I ended up on here.
I know you're talking about. You've been fantastic.
We've been having fun.
Yeah.
We're having a good time for sure.
It's Quad Street. It's always a little lower pressure. But here we go. Fungi, Prince Ross. Prince Ross ended. Prince Ross won game 1, by the way. Prince Ross won game 1.
Yeah, a little bit less pressure on the side on the Quad Stream commentary. Certainly, plenty of pressure coming out from Fungi here.
Oh yeah, because this is still bracket for them. Well, the pressure's down for us. The pressure is at max level for these players.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I will say something interesting here. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Fungi used to play Ridley.
Ooh.
So not unfamiliar with the character. Although has been on the Rob for quite some time now, so I'm not sure how much of that is going to carry over.
The capability of the character, I imagine, is what sticks at home.
For
like,
sure.
oh yeah, got to look out for these moves and these moves. But that said, Ridley has also seen a bit of growth in the meta as of late.
A little bit of a renaissance.
Yes, I know out of the top of my head, Rydra out of Lansing going to MSU, and former Colorado PR player has been doing it well. And
Yeah,
we're seeing
absolutely.
Prince Ross keeping it up here.
And there's also, I know, here in Indiana, I haven't seen his name around lately. Not sure if he's still active. That could just be me not keeping up as much. But we do have Lame Soup in the region. Very good Ridley. Been playing Ridley from the very beginning. So really great character specialist. Yeah, interesting character for sure. Don't see him very often, but usually when you do, it can be pretty scary.
Oh, okay, I see.
Got a little bit of back and forth here. Good lead from Fungi.
Great job of
Whoa!
That's cute.
Okay,
Nice.
I see you.
It's a nice little conversion. Going off stage. Look at. Oh, I thought he was going to rip it down air.
I did too. He was lining it up. Baiting a get up attack. Ready for it with the shield. Closing it out with that up smash. Solid 2-stock from Fungi.
Yeah, it was like put so much pressure on Prince Ross off stage that just the threat of downer off stage probably made Prince Ross panic when he got to ledge, not expecting it at all. And so just get up attack right into Fungi's up smash.
Does seem like they've got the tags flipped here. Just to confirm, it is.
Fungi won game 2.
It.
Stream. Production. Fungi won game 2.
Fungi's the rock. Gonna go ahead and get that corrected.
Yeah, but you know they did a great job. They labeled player 1 sit here, player 2 sit there.
Yeah.
But then again, not every single one of them was probably told who's player 1 and who's player 2.
Exactly. And also, you know, it's honestly there's like 400 people here today.
Yeah.
You can only remember so many people's faces.
Exactly.
I know, like obviously I'm familiar with a lot of the people from our immediate region, but there are a lot of people who came out for this event. So it's certainly, I can totally understand, you know, just trying to go by tags alone can be tricky sometimes.
Yeah, it can be tough, especially because it was always fun. Like, it was interesting most post-COVID when people were starting to come to things offline. Like, I remember you from online brackets. Oh, that's what you look like.
Yeah.
And even then, you still get that because we see these players' names and stuff at the weeklies or whatever, but we don't always put the name to the face. And now you're putting 400 different names to 400 different faces.
Exactly, yeah. Can be a lot to process, especially for a lot of people who have spent all day traveling.
Absolutely. Prince Ross going for a back air stage spike. One guy attacking it, and now looking for the 0 to death again. Is all doesn't side B.
Unfortunate. Gonna close it out anyway. It looks like he might have accidentally pressed down B instead of side B. You saw him, the Rob, do the little spin as he tried to pull a gyro while there was already one out.
That Rob combo is the American reset of Rob combos. It's just like press the wrong button at the end, but still hit the back air, and just Prince Ross just missed the tech, so you still got the stock.
Yeah, when you do it wrong but get the right answer anyway.
Exactly. Show your work. I don't know how you did this, but you got the right answer somehow.
Make it work. As long as you get it right, that's what matters.
They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Exactly. Speaking of how many times is he going to get these gyro setups? Oh!
You know, I always see that setup being down throw, like throw gyro down at ledge into dash back up smash. So the one time Fungi doesn't go for up smash, he goes for spin cycle. Goes back to bite.
But Prince Ross certainly putting up a good fight here. Oh, going out in style at least.
At what cost?
To say not quite lining it up for the ledge, is going to die. Going for that spike. Had a really solid comeback there for a little bit. Really great jump reads on that ledge, tacking on that damage. But that is going to be a 2-1. And it looks like we've got a couple new things down here. Looks like we do have Caden versus Selvath now. Caden, a Roy player originally played in Fort Wayne, now is in Ohio. And Selvath, not sure exactly where they're from, but very good ZSS player, did great in doubles. And down there we can see, it looks like Fleetwood with a 2-game lead has swapped to Min Min.
Oh yeah, it is the same tag, so it is the same player. So it started off was
Steve.
Yeah, Steve. It's turned into Min Min.
He does play Steve and Min Min. Those are his two characters.
Because Vern wasn't always playing Greninja, was he?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm crazy then.
Hey, we're watching 4 games at once.
We got a lot of players to keep track of. A lot of stuff's going on.
Yeah.
Imagine quad stream doubles. It's like 4 players at once.
I think it'd be funny to have quadruples, 4v4s.
Imagine triples.
Triples would be sick.
Triples would be
Bust
sick.
out the big stages, bring in like the big battlefield, Memento, add some of the bigger stages.
What's the game mode VIP, is it? Where it's like one person, yet 2 players have to protect 1 player?
Oh, yeah.
Where 1 player starts with 1 stock, and if they lose the stock,
That's a fun
loss.
The get down, Mr. President.
Exactly. Fun guy, Prince Ross, going to their game number 4.
It's going to be very even start here. Oh, very nice drag down into the forward smash, but getting down smash right back to even it up. Clean 2 stocks. We're playing Smash 4 now.
We are indeed playing Smash 4.
Gyro in hand on ledge. Not able to line up the down air, but still has him stuck there. Ross working his way in, getting a little bit of damage of his own, but is going to get clipped by that Nair. Very hard to challenge. Getting a little bit of damage added on. Another gyro in hand. You see him trying to hit that Nair.
Approaching Nair, okay. Ridley Nair so good. Off stage, gonna recover low. Uh-oh, but you see the power, like the pain of being a big body, especially with Ridley. Oh,
absolutely. That side B doesn't need any help scooping. But having that large of a hitbox certainly doesn't help. Great awareness with the back air down low. Let's see if Prince Ross can't bring this to a game 5, or if Fungi is going to close it out with another one of these gyro combos.
Down throw back air, maybe looking for a second. No, doesn't overextend with the second back air. Knows that Fungi could have turned that around and just gotten ahead of Prince Ross and thrown a back air of his own.
Yeah, absolutely. Enough awareness to recognize not to make the same mistake twice.
Oh, but that's tough. You parried the gyro. Okay, but now you're still in it.
Everyone's still possible. Trying to wall him out. That laser needing to recharge a little bit. Having to rely on the gyro as his only projectile, his only zoning tool here.
Covering high. Fungi doesn't want to go to a game 5. Down smash doesn't do it. Back throw. Big laser hits, and he's off stage. Still
Not
surviving.
Oh, gonna get the jab. Is the gyro gonna do it?
Gyro
Gyro's gonna do it.
finish.
He's gonna close it out. That is going to be a 3-1 from Fungi. Really great showing. Prince Ross putting up a great fight, almost bringing it to a game 5, but not quite closing it out. And we do see down below, looks like Caden with the clean 3-0.
I'm just checking on your part.
I think it got pushed back another 30 minutes. I haven't heard anything yet, though. I probably should go at least try and find out.
It does look like there's a lot of people sitting down over there at least.
I probably should, yep. I have to go do my other job.
Okay.
You're all free of me.
Hey, Kevin. Kevin! Yeah. When's onslaught for
Whenever they start
atrocious news gang. You have to keep listening to me.
We're back. We're here for at least another like half hour. I know Wade B got pushed back to 3:30.
Yeah, we got not too much more in this first wave. But still plenty. We got Fantasy here. Big Absol fan 5,000, excuse me.
Versus Springy, yeah. We saw Springy a bit earlier.
Yeah, Corrin, or Fantasy, great Corrin player. Really great fundies against very capable Sonic, as we've seen. And as we see with that very, very solid kill off the side there with that forward air.
Yeah, doing a great job. Springy, one of the big names to make a deep run at this event. Or one of the lesser known names that isn't like, you should be on the lookout to make a deep run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really on the come up in Michigan from the Arcadian, and now leading into this.
I mean, if you can expect anyone to go for a run, it's going to be a Sonic.
Oh, absolutely. Sonic mains love to go for runs. Oh, just look at that staring. Oh, it doesn't matter because the big Chomsky out of Spring.
Big bite off of ledge too. The fact that he was able to time that right as he drifted below the ledge and still connect it was really good.
It was a great Uno reversal as what seemed like Spring's advantage state from the parry on the pin turned into big Absol fans with just a big chomp.
Absolutely. I feel like both of these characters really good at ledge trapping, really good at kind of keeping you in the corner there. They've got great options to two-frame, as well as hitboxes that they can put in over the ledge to keep you at bay. So definitely going to see a lot of offstage shenanigans. A lot of this game is going to be played at the ledge.
Saw it right there from Spring. My goodness, that deep spring off stage. Not only enough to recover, but enough to take away Absol fan stock.
For sure. Yeah, called Springy for a reason. Knows how to use it. Fantasy checking into the corner there. Not going to get two-framed by that F smash. Solid pin, kind of stall. Save a little bit of time, mix up a little bit.
A stock up, and we saw looking for that down air to really finish this game one in style. It's going to be a counter, but Springy goes back to center stage, resets neutral. Frozen a bit, but auto brings the chomp.
See, very patient, kind of slowing it down. Fantasy not wanting to rush into anything.
Oh, pin
Good catch
connects.
with the pin. Not quite sticking him with it, but able to space it enough to still get the kill.
We saw the timing from Spring to be able to parry that earlier, but that time it was Big Absol fan that had the read on it.
Absolutely. Certainly not insurmountable here. A comeback for sure, and Sonic no stranger to getting kills at around this percentage, especially higher like this. But Fantasy capable of racking up plenty of damage on his own. You see him already at close to 70.
And a big fan of the big moves on Corrin as well, so we could see a big, maybe a big like pin finish as well. So far, Spring keeping Absol fan off stage and in disadvantage, 173 to 71. Corrin's got rage though.
Absolutely. Able to kind of keep Sonic away. Oh, barely mistiming that up air, but gets the second one.
The tough situation. How do you get off the platform there? Doesn't matter. Mule kick from Spring in game one is going to go to the Sonic.
He's going to go ahead and do it. Very hard fought though. Certainly a sign potentially of what's to come. Able to adapt that much right at the end of the first game of the set. Going to put up a good fight for the rest here. We do also have another set going here. We've got Smash Boy and J-Break. A little bit of Banjo Link action.
This is a wacky matchup. This is a matchup that they would use to advertise Smash at like Christmas time.
Oh, for sure.
Like you'd have kids playing on the couch or whatever, and they'd be playing this matchup. There'd be a free-for-all.
Yeah, free-for-all items on. They're on like some whack-ass stage.
Exactly. And buy a Switch this for Christmas, whatever kind of stuff. Oh, big fair. I think it's a star KO. My favorite move of Banjo's. The big punch.
Absolutely. Close it up a little bit here. 2 stocks to 1.
Air dodging through the bomb. Oh, good S smash call out as well.
Getting caught there. Get off the ledge. He can with that nair. Going to be a great disruptive tool. Help kind of break through a lot of the pressure from Mando over here. Getting stuck on the platform. That always feels bad. Getting stuck on that platform with the Wonder Wing and just knowing that they're waiting for you.
And you see J-Break trying to pull off some bomb shenanigans, but oh, it's all a bait waiting for that up smash on platform.
Catching that.
Biggest link is the biggest sword, and that's going to catch. Give game number 1 to J-Break.
Yeah, that's going to be going J-Break. Those link smash attacks, nothing to mess around with. Plenty strong.
Banjo.
See, back to Fantasy versus Springy L. Going to be on FD this time. Kind of an interesting choice. What do you think about that?
I think this is very, although this is Corrin's pick, obviously you don't want Sonic to have, you know, the, oh my gosh.
Insane tech?
What? No.
How is Springy the one that lost the stock?
Yeah.
There? That was insane.
They pulled like a ninjutsu and swapped places, and all of a sudden Springy was the one that died. But to get back to your question, I mean, originally I thought this was probably a misstep in Big Absol fans' favor because, you know, it's going to give Sonic just a lot of space to run around. But without having the platforms, there's no platform extensions from Sonic. So you can just play a great grounded neutral game against Sonic. It's up in the air, really, what Fantasy's capable of. But right now,
it's working out. He's making it work. Yeah, I certainly agree. Definitely plays into the funnies, plays into just solid, grounded game. I do feel like Corrin does lose a bit here, not being able to pressure under platforms with that up air, which is such a good kill tool. But making it work for the most part. A little bit of a deficit here, but nothing too crazy. Oh my gosh, wait, I mean, that was kind of nasty.
Up tilt 2, look for the back air finish, still lands behind Fantasy.
See, that damage is adding up. Looking pretty similar to last game. We'll see if Fantasy can mount as big of a comeback. Possibly even a bigger one and take the game.
Yeah, although at this point, you're starting to see Springy really lock in and hone in on these tomahawks, landing right behind Big Absol fan. Whenever they're like charging or charging a smash attack if it's pinned or something. It's always like Blake's behind you, nothing personal.
Absolutely. Got him at ledge here. Good damage, just kind of keeping him in bay. Trying to not get caught by anything that might possibly lead to a kill here.
Pin connects. Not enough on the side, yes. Like you said, Fantasy doing a great job of surviving and still keeping it in this. And round, yep, has to.
A little bit overzealous there with the charge, trying to get him caught in, but not quite.
Down tilt, not going to do it. Instead, he's back and forth. Another pin. Is that enough to go off the side? No, it's starting to get stale here. The back air's not going to do it. Oh, but back air from Springy isn't going to land either. Off stage, this, yeah, that's Spring. There's enough to do it, but saves it and wants to make sure. Springy wants to make sure.
They save no doubt. Not a single brain cell in that head thinking that he might live.
He wants to leave it without a doubt.
I mean, especially after that first stock that we saw, I wouldn't be surprised if he found a way to make that back.
Absolutely. And still find a way to take Springy's stock. But right now we're going from one last stock moment to another. As J-Break's going to get the up air and take away Smash Boy.
Two solid games from J-Break here. Couple of close 2 stocks. Good damage on there.
Thank you, though.
Already, we're going to be going into a game 3. See if Big Absol fan can mount a little bit of a comeback here.
On Callus.
I like this a lot more. I feel like this is kind of best of both worlds. For the most part, you get to focus on a solid grounded game. There are still platforms to pressure under. And Corrin can use the pin into the side on those walls to have a really cool recovery mix-up. Either jump out of it, drop down for the up B. Just gives a lot more mix-up options. So I think that you kind of get the best of both worlds here.
As well as the platform is like the perfect place for Corrin to land and get like an instant raw back air to get a really high up kill confirm off something like even like a down tilt.
For sure. Or even just like a jump read trying to catch a high recovery.
Exactly. Gives her more verticality on her aerial kill moves.
For sure. You're already seeing that pin on the wall coming into play, using it as a little bit of a mix-up. A sour spot on that F smash there, but gets plenty of damage out of it at the very least. So a little bit of back and forth. Damage adding up on both sides. No one quite able to close it out.
Falling up there, but wow, how is Springy still alive? Holding onto this stock with dear life.
Just barely missing the back air. This could go either direction very quickly.
And up back from one back air, one move that surprisingly doesn't take the stock to another. The back air still not doing it. Rapid jab at ledge. Go through, big punch.
Yeah, ready for that roll through. Just waiting it out until it's safe to come through and just punish. And a back air right back is going to close it out. We got 2 stocks to 2.
Alrighty.
Someone got
Little
7 big
pop-up.
moves. That's most I've ever heard is 5.
So yeah, folks, I think these are the last 2 matches we're going to have on this quad stream block before we move over to Wave B.
Looks like both of these could be potentially on the last game of the set as well. Got a couple 2-0s going on. Certainly in Jaybreak and Smash Boy's case, looks like that's what's going to happen. Got a 2-1 stock lead would be a pretty big comeback. Whereas Springy, big Absol fan, keeping it very even here.
Goes for down air, looking to end this set early. Or emphatically, but still. That down air.
Ooh, great charge.
I got mixed up. I thought that Fantasy had 1 stock, but now Fantasy has 1 stock after that up smash. So the down air wouldn't have done anything.
No, not quite. I think just kind of one of those situations if he was able to clip a low jump, because Sonic can make that bad.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly could.
We saw it right there. Springy just does it again. Another rare option, we saw Sonic forward throw with the he just kicks you.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. Although I feel like you don't see anything other than up throw super often.
Yeah. And now we're starting to see the down airs come out from Spring.
Yep, gonna go ahead and punish with neutral B with that command to even it up.
It's down in the corner. It looks like Jaybreak's going to take a 3-0 over Smash Boy as we're looking at Springy. Going to do the same over Fantasy or Big Absol fan.
Don't think he realized that the spring clipped his jump. Or that he didn't have a jump when he got clipped by that spring. Would have had to up B immediately to try and make that back. Maybe could have gotten close enough to the wall to jump out of a pin, but that is going to go ahead and do it.
And with that, our time here on the quad stream has come to a close. Well, you'll see me later for another pool, but yeah. Calder.
You don't have to deal with me anymore.
It was fantastic. Thank you.
It was a good time. Nice getting to com with you.
You can check us out at our socials below. You can see me as well on Twitch at twitch.tv/MaxMoves31. I've been playing a lot of Rivals recently, so stay tuned, folks. We're going to have Wave B up for you next with Prod and Wildflower on commentary, so stay tuned for that. And see ya. Peace.